Good morning. This tutorial will go over how to do the overhead presentations for Sunday morning. I'm doing this on my Mac at home, but when you actually do this for real, you'll be doing it on the Windows PC at the church. It is hooked to a projector, so unfortunately I'll have to kind of escape out of the presentation mode so that you can kind of see what you would normally see at the desk. But we'll get through it. So we're going to go ahead and open one of our services. Oops, let's get the right program open. I've recorded this twice, and both times I made the same mistake. Okay, so here is our service over here in the top right. Some of you are there that are presenting, are also creating these, so you're pretty familiar with it. So to go to these elements that only have one kind of sub-element, you're just going to use the right arrow to go forward to get to those. These elements that have multiple sub-elements, you'll be using the down arrow to go through those. This isn't a difficult task, but it is a very crucial task, especially to be done with the right timing and things. So when you double click this launches the service. Normally you would see this on the projector. You wouldn't be occluding your own window, but I've just got the one window. So right arrow takes us to announcements, right arrow takes us to the scripture. Now if you hit right arrow again, you're going to skip the rest of the scripture. So you use the down arrow to go to the next verse. And we're at the end of them. So when you're actually doing this, so on your computer at the church, you'll actually see where you're going through these elements. We just don't see it on this, on my one screen computer. So hymn title and number. So we'll use the right arrow to go to the first verse, and then we use the down arrow to travel between verses and choruses. So if we escape out of that, you can see we're working our way down through there. Now, one of the important things, pardon me, with doing this is the fact that it does take, literally about half a second, to make that transition from verse to verse. So you really have to hit the button, you're going to have to listen to me sing, sorry. Sign of hope for all the... So right around all is when you want to hit the button. If you wait until the end of race and then hit it, people aren't going to know what they're supposed to sing next. Right now, we're about 2/3 of the congregation prefers the overheads or can simply read the overheads, versus a third who either prefer or can read the hymnal. So if you're late, 2/3 of the congregation is going to suddenly stop singing. So down arrow, and when you get to the last verse or last chorus, it won't let you go down any further, but of course you'll see that on your screen. Also, if you get to the offertory, and honestly, of course you're scheduled roughly a month in advance, and so you'll see what songs that we're doing. If you see a song and you're like, I've never heard Christ the Sure and Steady Anchor, get on YouTube and look it up. Look, see if you can find 2 or 3 different people doing it. If they're all doing it the same, you pretty much have a handle on it. If you get 2 or 3 versions and it's like, whoa, this guy does it with this tune and that guy does it with that tune, yeah, feel free to text me. Hey, which one of these are we doing? I want to know when I'm supposed to hit the thing. And honestly, that's about it. When you get to the end of everything, you'll be on Message from the Word. Typically, this is the last slide, because typically there's nothing after that besides the preaching. What you'll do at that point is, so you will have already had PowerPoint open. with the pastor's PowerPoint on the screen. At that point, you will quit OpenLP. It'll ask if you want to quit. Yeah. Then you'll just click on PowerPoint and hit F5. And that's it. And then he'll take it from there. Thank you.